Hey everybody, my name is Ash Giving, and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be doing a how I started cubing video. So, about 2 years ago, I got my very first Rubik's Cube. As you can see, the Rubik's brand logo has been scratched off. At first, I didn't know how to solve it, but then I looked it up on YouTube. And my first time solved one a bit like this. My first personal best was around 3 minutes 30 seconds, and I was using straight up beginner's method. And I didn't know any OLLs, I didn't know any PLLs, I didn't even know how to finger trick the cube. What you saw me finger tricking in that solve, that's just instinct. Now, so yeah, as I said, I've had cube for 2 years. And this is actually the original cube I used. I actually set it up though. I haven't tensioned it. It's actually not that bad for a Rubik's brand. This is the one that you can get from like Walmart. Then, about a couple years later, not a couple years, like about a couple months later, I got my first ever 2x2. My first solves were just me doing that repeatedly. I actually didn't know how to solve a 2x2. And I just messed this up. So I was just faking it the entire time. And then I met my friend Cubers Cube Cubing. Matt told me how to solve a 2x2. He told me solve corners on a 3x3. I'm like, I was like, wait, what? And then I just looked it up on YouTube. My first ever 2x2 was a Rubik's Brand. And I no longer have it because it's somewhere in trash somewhere. I threw it away. Then I got my first ever 4x4. This isn't it. My first 4x4 was a Sheng Shao. I don't know what this one is, but it's bad. It's alright, actually. I also didn't know how to solve a 4x4. I got all my cubes from Amazon, except for this my Rubik's Brand, which I got from the store. So I messed around with the 4x4 for a while, and then whenever I couldn't solve it, I just tore it apart, put it back together. One day I lost a piece while trying to reassemble it, and I never found it. So I threw it away and got this one. And then I got my very first Megaminx, which I also no longer have, but I'm going to actually use my other one. Oh, I don't have it with me. I was going to use my other one as a representation. I also had a Sheng Shao Megaminx. This is an X-Men Galaxy V2L sculpted, and it's my main Megaminx. I never could solve a Megaminx until recently, and yeah, I broke it by throwing it at a wall once, and I threw it away. Then I get my very first speed cube, and I'm going to use this Feng Shi Illusion as a representation of my very first speed cube. My very first speed cube was a Cyclone Boys 2x2, a 3x3. And with that, I also got a Cyclone Boys 2x2. I no longer have either of them. They both are gone. And I was getting faster and faster. And one of my cells looked like this. Hang on, let me scan this real quick. Just a little hand scramble. Nothing special. I hadn't discovered KO timer or anything. I was just... No, I had KO timer. I just didn't know how to scramble, so I just hand scrambled. So my stalls started looking more like this. Oh shoot, let's get third timer. I learned finger tricks. But I was still solving the cross, then solving the corners, which was incorrect. When I could have just solved the corners right away. Now, remembering this method is actually really hard to do. Because I use intuitive F2L now. I never figured out how to get the edges to be